Today we've got High School Romance, as you can kind of see on the screen there. I have physically opened this game and played like 5 minutes of it before, but I have not played it in a while. Nor did I ever get particular. Aw, no. Can't use the controller. I hate when Steam thinks wrong about how I want to use my. Yep. Alright, yeah, so the controller just isn't gonna work, I guess. Sorry, we'll try that again. AJ, that's what Darker Studio used to be called. Yeah, 2015, that makes sense. Keyboard Wazda and mouse. Thanks. It's awful. It's worse than what I was using before. Can I rebind that by any chance? I see. Well, it thinks A is spacebar, so that might actually be usable. We'll see. But I can't use my emergency exit hotkey. Oh, thank God spacebar works. I just have to keep my hand on Alt H. It's wild thinking that this is 2015. I'm trying to remember. When did Assassination Classroom come out? Because the main character I know looks a lot like Nagisa from that. And also, I do know that I will need my emergency horny button. I feel like this main character is the main character of like a lot of Darker Studios games. They all look kind of similar. Classic. Male transfer student into an all-female academy. Haven't seen that one before. Yeah. Play it cool. By stuttering and being utterly confused. I really hope the punchline of how Shoji got in is not what I think it's going to be. We'll see. Wait, is that the principal? I assumed it was just like a student council president or something based on the clothes, but... Oh, no, that is the principal. Alright. So, she's the one who messed it up, huh? They're on a plane. Maybe not the plane you're thinking of, but... Couple of weeks with no parental supervision at a private boarding school? Sounds perfect. But yeah, there it is. Well, you know, your mother going to an all-girls school makes sense. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Interesting. I wonder if actual schools do that. The mother of knowing that you're trans. You do realize this is real life, you say, in a video game. just don't want to be with parents. It happens. Yeah, having to travel around with parents who work in moving heavy, I can get that not being your style. No, don't go where I hope this is going. Oh. No. No. There's no way that this can go well. Nah, I'm just gonna go with no. I'm trying to remember when I last played it. It couldn't be that long ago because the game's only 6 years old. But what did I think of it? It would be when I got the Darker Studio bundle, which I think was early 16 or maybe early 15, or not 15, early 16 or 17. So I'm just trying to think of what I thought about the at least setup the first time I tried playing it, and I don't remember. I actually should say, because it's a RNP game, and it just kind of, nope. I got May 26th of some year. I played it before. I do like the little crown. I don't know why the principal's got a crown, but I'm vibing with it. Yeah, focus on studying and not the fact that you are one secret away from something horrible going on. I don't like how hard the principal is pushing for everything here. I'm trying to think, like, couldn't you just... It would be easier to just make an exception, like, oopsies. Due to some paperwork errors, there's a guy here now. I'm sorry. He'll be with us for like 2 weeks as we're trying to get him transferred into a proper school. Man, no friends, no clubs. I mean, thinking about it once again, if you're transferring multiple times per year, that tracks. Just let's just say no, it's fine. Let's see. Do I have enter bound anywhere? No. Let me just bind enter to one of these buttons so I can. Alright. Cool. Controller now should work so much better. Yes. Yeah, it's a nice school, and it will be really weird telling people in the future, hey, I went to this old girls' school. It's a really nice school. And then they go, but... Yeah. Principal. I don't like anywhere this conversation's gone so far. This is just uncomfy. Step 1. Discombobulate. It kind of looked like you got some bags under the eyes though, so maybe a little bit of concealer there. Well, just switch something else. You're really normalizing some dumb stuff. Yeah. I just hope nothing bad happens here, because, and I'm pretty sure nothing, it's a visual novel, we might have some bad ends where it's just like, alright. Okay, they're not gonna do anything stupid like trying to change the name, because that's just gonna be like, who you're looking for? And that would be stupid. Wait, were those pigtails always there? Did I just miss something? Yeah, that's usually how the reps who will show you around are supposed to be. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Let's get into let's get some meaty relationship facts going on. I don't know. Why is the storage closet the first thing you're talking about? I have a feeling somebody's going to be in the storage closet at some point, making out. Yeah, private high school, that sounds like something that would be fairly expensive and maybe just a little bit too big. Alright, let's see. Class. I don't know. It's 3, or yeah, it's probably 3 something. Maybe 4. I don't know. I forget where Darker Studio is based. Maybe a little bit. So we got 3A and 3B. You're implying a lot of things there, Selena. First the closet, then the teacher. Hey Zohar, what you doing? Or how you doing? I mean, what you doing also works. So far, we're being set up for failure at a prestigious all-girls high school. The main character is not a girl. So far, we've met the principal, who basically forced us to be here, using emotional manipulation. Yeah, you're right, it does. It does. You have this kind of set up a bunch, just with variations like in this one. The principal's like, hey, you should stay here. It's a real nice school. And also you should just pretend to be a girl. So, certainly something. So we got Leah, who is the principal. Does not really look like one. And we've got Selena. Seems to be... Oh god, that's chunky. Yeah. Extra time to get us that mass combat ready, so that I can charge in and explode. But not take any damage, even though I exploded. And yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. Sounds like you've had a nice day. I'm ready for the weekend. I only had to work 2 days this week, but I'm ready for the weekend. I'm always ready for the weekend. I have been slightly behind in some of my other pursuits, as I have basically been asleep and going to graduation parties for my sister and such like that. I'm doing fine. Maybe a little bit less productive than I had hoped I would have been. But I'm existing. Yes, I know, not your sister Maya, my sister Maya. And also not Kyle's sister Maya, my sister Maya. No awkward questions while we're outside. First question when we're all alone. Yeah, it's funny. And it's always your younger sister is named Maya. Have you ever heard of an older sister who's Maya? I haven't. I believe they exist, but out of the 3 that I know of, they're not. I mean, it's an all-girls school. It's kind of an important thing to know. It's not false. Shoji is not a lesbian at the moment. You're just going down the butch route. She wasn't trying to hit on you within 30 minutes of knowing you? Damn. Man, Zohar, remind me to show you the random encounter table, plural, that I made for the Pokemon RPG. That is a monster. It was never finished because you didn't make it that far into the campaign, but it's big. I have to roll like 3 dice every time I want anything to show up. I pre-rolled like the first 5 encounters that anyone would have, because it would take too long to just stat out stuff randomly. Well, unfortunately, it's a private high school. It makes sense that they have uniforms. I'll have to dig up and find that encounter table, and actually, let me just find all the stuff for that, because there's some funny stuff there. My notes were interesting, I think. We had, well, I'm trying to, the team whatever equivalent. I think it was like the Big Bone Gang or something stupid like that. They all had Q-bones. Yeah, man, I love Hector. He was such an interesting character. It makes sense in the universe, and it's very funny. Just these 2 dudes surviving in the wilderness. Too bad we never got to resolve. I was planning on you, like, one of the gym leaders being, just, like, at least one of Hector's parents and being like, "Ah, son, look at how you two have grown." And it would have been certainly funny. It'd be a gym of no rules. People would come in and be like, "Hello, I'm here to challenge the gym leader." And they're like, "Alright, put up your fists." Yeah, we got a city and a half in before that tapered off. I think if I want to ever do that again, like, it'll work. It'll work. You just have to make, like, a bunch of macros so that nobody ever has to actually roll anything. Because 90% of the game was just trying to figure out how much damage you dealt. Which is kind of a pain. Yeah, tracks. I don't know why you would have the school colors and logo on that, but at least it's nice and matching. Yeah, actually, thinking about it, I now understand. Yeah, it makes sense. It's just it's too many steps. There's too many variables that you have to all put together all at once every time you roll a die. Because it was trying too hard to emulate the actual Pokemon game, I think. Like, there's definitely ways to streamline it, and I'm not sure if I want to either just rewrite the rules to streamline it, or if I want to just make some kind of program, or like a macro in like Roll20 or something. I'd probably have to make my own thing, because you have to know both your opponents and your own stats. But that's probably one of the main issues, is to hit is based off of knowing what your stats and your opponents are. Yeah, I do have the skills to do either. I just maybe don't want to. I actually kind of do want to. Just like, it's probably in top 5 things that I would want to do if I just had absolute freedom to do things in like the creative pursuits. I have a couple short stories that I've been thinking about. Game that I want to write. Yes, I do have a one-shot idea. You're right. I will tell you one thing about the one-shot. It makes quite a bit of use of the Book of Slime for Pathfinder. Cause you know me. I love my slimy dudes. Is there going to be a gelatinous cube somewhere in the campaign? Absolutely. How big is it gonna be? Oh, you better believe it's massive. Am I planning to kill everybody with it? Possibly. We will have slime cubes. There's probably actually going to be multiple slime cubes, just thinking about it. Though there will be factors of randomness in there, so you might not fight a terrible amount of cubes-shaped slimes. There may be some other very neat forms of slime. You may find a gun slime, which I may or may not have to write now that I've said that out loud. Just think like a black powder cube or black powder slime or something. I don't know how that would work without it just massively exploding, but it's just a massive rolling like opaque black blob. If you hit it with any fire damage, it explodes with the force of tons of TNT. And I don't know what else could happen. Yeah, okay. I need to go to my page of good RPG ideas and write down gun slime. I guess if you get consumed, it's got whatever. There's got to be some negative effects of inhaling too much black powder. Yeah. And like I'm probably gonna write like it'll be like, okay, I got 60% of this prepared. Everybody make some characters knowing only vaguely what's gonna be going on. Give me some funny backstory, and I'm gonna slam opportunities for you all to get some stuff done in here. I wonder if the principal prepared any pads for Shoji, because that would be funny, but you can also just go with flat. If you want to go to Slime Town and just have a good time in the horny way, I probably won't let it happen. Yeah, end of sentence. You will have a good time in the slime, and then you will die. And I will be okay with that outcome. This might be a good time to ask the teacher, hey, teach, I'm confused. I'm fairly certain there's nobody in our group that would be backstory, have good time in slime, and then just be like, all right, this is what I'm giving you to work with. But if one of you happens to do that, I will make sure your wish comes true in the worst way possible, like a genie. Okay, new color text. It's like dark pink. I wonder if... I think so far characters' text has been color-coded to their hair color, except for Shoji. Let's see if that continues. I can't wait to have a choice again that's actually relevant, unlike the first one. Actually, first off, I just want to see the teacher. Alright, cool. Assigned seating. We're like third row, window seat. That's like medium on how easy it is to draw. As if we're ever going to get a class shot with actual characters in them. You should really have one of those sleeves that performers have, or like not like acrobats and stuff. Like you just kind of tuck your junk in there, and it's like, all right, you don't have nearly as obvious as a bulge. I need to get one of those for some costumes I want to end up doing in the future. I would rather not just be bulging while I got a jumpsuit on. I have no idea if jumpsuit is the right word. I hope it is. I will do it. I got plenty of outfits that I want to cosplay. No, I know what you meant. Yes, thank you for the clarification, but thankfully I understood what you meant. Let's see what some classmates are. Okay, there's one. Can we get a second one? Or is her text going to be purple? Nope, it's green. I guess eye color it looks like. Yes, I appreciate your fact that you want absolutely no misunderstandings. Well, unfortunately we don't... hold on, let me think. So that's 3 rows... Or, sorry, 3 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... times 2. So there should be about 36 students here, though at least one gap was empty. Huh. The senior year at this school has about 100 people at max. I highly doubt we can get Shoji murdered in this game. I don't think most Darker Studio games... Nope, never mind, I can't say that. I just thought of some of their other games in which people do just get straight up murdered. This one seems to be in a entirely romantically focused one, though. If we want murder, I can pull Army Gals back up, because that was a really good visual novel by them, and you could very much get murdered. It's like a wilderness survival game, or like a wilderness survival visual novel. Some of the endings are you get caved in, you get straight up mauled by a bear, you get your legs stuck in a bear trap and you bleed out. A lot of things happen in that game, and it was fun. And I died quite a few times. I 100%ed it. I got all the endings. I got all the funny endings. I got all the bad endings too. It was just all over better than what I expected. Which, part of the reason why I keep playing all these games is just be like, alright, what do we got here? There's so many games that exist, and knowing that some of them are good is great. I also just realized, the character we are being introduced to here, Hoshi. Hoshi means star in Japanese. If you'll notice, she's got accessories that are stars. I just wanted to point that out. Themed accessories. I do not know. Now, this is always one of the creator versus creation things, but is it because a character named Star would put stars in their hair as accessories, or because the creator was like, how do we drive in the fact that their name is Star? It's a lot lighter of a topic in this game for, you know, a star accessory. It's yeah, both probably. Versus the stupid argument people are like, we're like, oh yeah, X character wears skimpy outfit because they want to, and that's better. And I'm like, oh, but you see, they were created by guys who wanted to see women in skimpy outfits, so they justified it by saying that. But, you know, that's just kind of something you have to deal with when you're making media is, you know, you're projecting things onto characters. So just keep it in mind. Don't say that. Don't do the Queen's Blade thing of everybody's wearing skimpy outfits because everybody likes wearing skimpy outfits. I don't actually know if that's the reason or not. I've only tangentially approached Queen's Blade. Yeah, no, that's what I meant by, like, it's a tiny little subject. Hi Toki, how you doing? Welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play. Oh, yep, hold on. Whoopsies. I knew that was happening because that was one of the 2 CGs that I had unlocked at this point, and I forgot about it. I've been trying so hard to make Machikane Fukukitaru run work in Umamusu, and she just does not want to run. So far, I'm like 0-3, having crashed at various points, usually late game. Like I think I think one of them was URA 3, which was really sad. Yes, Machikane. It's short for Machikane Fuku Kitaru because it's a pain in the ass to spell out her whole goddamn name every time. Also, her name is long like that because it's also horses, just for reference. It is character limit length for horse names in the URA. So people were just like, hey, what if we made a name that was just really long for the purpose of being as long as possible to annoy people? And then they went and did it. Though I thought it was 13 characters off the top, just remembering off the top of my head, not like that's 9 I think. Horses in a horse game, you're right. I mean, they're also horses in real life. Like, I think I've said this before, but like well, no. The horse game is not a VN. It's a Okay, whatchamacallit? It's like a training type game. It's like if you took Fire Emblem Three Houses and only, like, the school part of it, where, like, you're teaching your students to get good stats and stuff, and then they use those stats to run in a horse instead of, fight in a child soldier army. She's got one early mile, but I usually just kind of ignore it, because she's got C, and she usually gets high enough. Like, I haven't ever failed on the mile one, even with base mile. So I just kind of ignore that. I just have had issues. I had one where I had to spend like 10 turns just trying to get my mood up because it just would not stay up. Cause you know, she's just got a bunch of random bullshit on her her path. I forgot to praise Shiroki enough, and the RNG went against me. I usually get to at least senior year. Good question. I only run one of those, so I wouldn't really be able to say anything about it. But I just want enough. I mean, TM Opera O's Orange Heritage doesn't have that many mood downs. I only remember because I'm trying to replace TM Opera O with Machigane. Easy, as long as your RNG isn't as bad as mine that first time I tried running her. Cause you were there for that. You saw that went so awfully. I don't know how it won, but it was bad. I mean, it's a good game. It's just straight up like plain ass romance. It's Maria Holic, except you don't tell anyone that you're cross-dressing. Well, I mean, actually, that is what Maria Holic was. It's Maria Holic, except our main character isn't a lesbian. It's just the main character is Maria. I say this fairly certain that you have not actually consumed any Maria Holic, besides the fact that laughing that Sugida Tomokazu is the priest there. Okay, Zohar, I'm just always talking about horses at this point. My I don't know if you've ever seen it, but my notification for me going live is I'm taking a break from playing Uma Musume to play my regularly scheduled stuff. That's fair, Togi. That did just kind of happen. Also, here's the principal. I don't know why she's wearing a crown, and I don't know why she's forced me to cross-dress in her school, but... Is the principal also the gym teacher? I mean, if the senior class is no more than about 70 people, you can probably afford to skimp on a couple teachers and just be like, all right, the principal, also the teacher. I swear I won't spend all my time talking about D&D and horses, but I do like talking about D&D and horses, and this game is... While I do... This is the art style that I most like from Darker Studio. Honestly, couldn't really care about a school... plain-ass school stories. It's probably one of the reasons why I went, like, 6 years of watching anime going, man, romance is boring. And then being like, oh, wait, you can actually write interesting romances. Just don't make them exclusively people in school doing school things. Like, even Gamers was, like, far enough away from... Like, they didn't ever actually do school things in Gamers. They also didn't play too much gaming in Gamers. They were too busy misunderstanding each other to the point of absurdity to have time for literally anything else. But, like, even, like, I just watched Adachi Toshimamura, which is pretty much as schooly as you can get, but, like, they did it in an interesting way, because it wasn't just like, hey, we're going to classes. It was, hey, we're not going to classes, but what if we did go to classes and just try to do good for once? And then just trying to go on the straight and narrow from the delinquent life. And by straight and narrow, I mean gay and narrow. I should start reading it, because I liked Season 1. I don't know if it's going to continue. I want to know what happened. Also, I just remembered. Where did Season 1 leave off? Good question. I don't remember. I watched it all in the span of about... I watched it all in the span of 24 hours, because I watched the first, like, 6 episodes with you, like, I guess either Friday or Saturday night for me, and then I just finished it, and, like, by night, I mean the day after, like, midnight plus, and then I watched the other 6 or 7 episodes, later that day after sleeping and waking back up. But yeah, like, in that, like, it was regular school for the most part, but also there was just, Yashiro or whatever, who was just kind of there and vibing and doing all sorts of supernatural bullshit. Which is one of my favorite things in just, like, completely regular, normal stories, but just a very odd supernatural element thrown in every so often. Like, that's something I like in Area 2, because it's just people being a gondolier in Venice. Except that one episode where you just went back in time to the foundation of the colony. Which, like, it was really good in that show, because, like, it was showing more about the world. Just, you could just do, like, a history museum episode, or you could just go back in time and experience it yourself, and not mention the fact that you time traveled at all, ever. And I'm assuming Zohar's O is at the fact that the one character in the completely normal shoujo ai romance that was just an alien or something. Yeah, so she shows up in a spacesuit, is just vibing for a couple episodes, says, like, yeah, my body isn't ready yet, shows up in an actual body later, of, like, maybe, like, a 12-year-old child, with glowing white hair, and, like, literally, it glows, and, like, at one point, she takes out a couple strands to give to a friend, and the strands are just also glowing, so, like, it's very clearly a thing. She's also just flying at one point, and it's very... I found it very funny, because first off, she was just floating around her friend, just kind of doing laps, and the friend was having fun. Everyone's a little, like, if I remember correctly, Shimamura was just kind of like... whatever. I don't care. Everyone's just kind of deals with it. They don't really bring up anything about it, just being like slightly confused or doubtful. But like she just continues doing slightly more supernatural stuff every once in a while. Yeah, exactly like what Toki said. And so, I just love those like oddball concepts in there. It's kind of like the opposite of the one, like the amount of effort and specificity put into a magic system is proportional to how funny it'll be when you just put a gun in the series. It's basically the exact opposite thing. We're like, alright, so I've got this nice, well-defined magic system on how magic works. This one clown just walks up, shoots someone, and everyone watching just starts laughing. I don't think everyone finds it as funny as I do, but the same thing also like, it's not even strictly related to a gun shows up in something supernatural, because in Danganronpa 3, they also do the same thing where like people are just trying to survive. I mean, this was in Despair Arc, so they were like, it was people just vibing in school, and by vibing I mean like people were kind of dying, I think, but like people were trying to solve mysteries and stuff, and then Komaida's just like, I know how to fix this. Boom! And just shoots a man dead. The existence of Komaida in the existence of like in between fandom and just everything that actually happens in Danganronpa, Komaida is such a weird cultural phenomenon. Because we have stuff like I Want Komaida to Run, which was a big thing on Tumblr. We had, fingers in his ass. And then we had the stupid... It was either Komaida or a Sans figure. That was then the photographer put him on a background. I don't remember who it was, which one of those two it was. Put him on like the background that's used in that music video, and everyone's just like, "Oh, this guy knows." Okay, this is about as far as I got in the game because I know I have now seen the 2 CGs that I had unlocked previous to playing this game, and I'm about an hour in, but I've been mostly going off on tangents on games and anime, so that would make sense that I've been going through this at approximately 1/3 the speed that I have before, when I was, just playing this on my computer and reading it myself, rather than, talking about basically anything else, because I'm bored. But, keep feeding me topics. If, I don't think the issue is that I'm bored with this, I just am somewhat opposed to the game's main plotline and how it's framed. Like, this is... Oh, nice! Did you catch up on Critical Role? I saw it was trending on Twitter from, like, the newest episode, I would assume. And is that finished Fire Force Season 1, or is that Season 2? I feel like we got pretty far in Season 1, because we got to the funny part that I'm like, oh boy, those of you who know physics are gonna get real mad. Alrighty. That's good timing. Fire Force has certainly been going. I really want to say how funny, like, one of the chapters from, like, probably I would say it's a couple months at this point ago was. But there was one chapter I found absolutely hilarious, and I can't talk about the funny part because I was, like, it's such a massive spoiler, everything that happens in it. Okay, you finished season 1? Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the one where he goes so fast he breaks apart into light, and then he's going so fast that he then travels back in time because of how fast he's going. Or it may, like, yeah. I think it, like, at least on a baseline level, the individual pieces of that ability make sense, but put them all together, not really. Because if I remember correctly, they explain one. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Okay, maybe that's in season 2 then. But I remember the other ability. I hope you don't mind me spoiling abilities of, like, very early, like, relatively early stuff too much. But, like, one character's ability is, like, I think I forget which way it goes, but, like, I think it's he heats himself up so much that he's moving in relativistic speeds because of the temperature differential between himself and everything else in the world. So that it's basically a very complicated and stupid physics way of saying I can stop time. Which is why what is it, Shindo's like, since main character Demon Guy is going faster than the speed of light, that's how he can enter the time stop world, because he's just going so fucking fast that he's also moving Oh, and there's Cole right there playing Stardew Valley. Fire Force is very funny. I appreciate the fact that like, they're like, all right, we've got superpower shows where everyone's got all these fancy powers. I want a show where everyone's got the most common ability in, like, because, you know, fire powers are like the main thing, the main go-to for a protagonist. So what if we gave everybody fire powers, but also all of their fire powers are completely different? Which, you know, I appreciate innovation on overused tropes. It does. And, like, a lot of time, it makes sense a lot of times. At least, once again, baseline level. Maybe not specifically in real life, but, like one guy's just got, like, literally nuclear powers, because, you know, that is technically manipulating heat. Then there's the one ice guy, because it, you know, thermoacoustic cooling. I don't think it actually works like that in real life, but, like, good on you to take a heat-related thing that exists in science and turn it into a superpower. Yes, thermoacoustic. You did hear thermoacoustic right. Man's got a tuba that freezes stuff. It's, I think specifically the way they explain it is he turns heat into sound. So his ability is basically ice powers, because he just transforms all of the heat in things into sound, so that there's no heat left and it becomes cold and icy. And it's like a what's the term for, like, the super bass instruments? Like the ones that are just really big and troublesome, because to get. I know there's a phrase, and it's got like the funny tubas that are like even bigger than a normal tuba. I'm fairly certain it's wrong too, but at least like thermoacoustic cooling is actually a thing. It's just, you know, applied at a supernatural scale. I mean, like, there's a lot of weird stuff that you can do in real life with the power of science. Like, make a knife out of chocolate that is an antibacterial knife. Which, you know, was mostly just combining an antibacterial with chocolate in the shape of a knife. But, you know, I love how Kiwami just, like, there's so many steps that you could just skip to get to what he does. And he's just like, yeah, no, I got some cocoa beans, and I'm gonna grind them up into chocolate. Rather than, you know, just purchase some dark chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, they are very well narrated. And, you know, not like talking narrated, but, you know, as you said, narrative structure. I also like the fact that I know a lot of the science, because like I see him pull out the petri dishes, and I'm like, he's just making bacteria, huh? Just to show that his cool knife is antibacterial, he's gonna spend a couple months growing bacteria in this just one box he's got. That reminds me of one fateful elementary school. It was middle school, definitely. One middle school lunch I had with a friend. They were too busy reading a book, so I saw them. It was a cookie in like a plastic wrap. They took out the cookie, and they were still reading the book very absent-mindedly. No, it's not a mold story. This is related to what's actually in the visual novel. Like throwing away good lunches while being absorbed doing things. So they're reading a book. They pull out the cookie out of the wrapper, and then, still reading the book, turn to the trash can behind them, throw away the cookie, look at their hand, and see that they're just holding the wrapper. And I'm like, oh, buddy. I saw that happen in slow motion. There was nothing I could do to stop it. Because that's definitely one of those times where, like, if you try to, like, hey, you're about to throw away your cookie, they'll look up startled from their book, open their hand, and yeah, that too. Though I don't think the skipping rocks guy was I don't think he was doing anything. I think he just accidentally switched which hand he had things in. But yeah, at the beach with the sandwich and rock. Takes bite of rock, throws sandwich into sea. People saw. I mean, from what we played so far, Hoshi's the class rep, so, like, she shouldn't be too much of the loner type. Unless it's one of those, like, I got put in class rep because nobody wanted to, and nobody wanted to nominate their friends, so I got nominated. It only took me one day to get comfortable with the fact that I'm wearing skirt in class. What do you unfailingly think, Togi? Because I think, yikes. I've already made that joke. So the initial setup was like, main character's a guy, meets the principal. The principal's like, this is an all-girls school. It seems you were a guy. When your mother turned in the form, she marked you down as female. And I'm like, your mother knew. and then it's just this. Oh, I know what it is. I know what's been setting me up. It's the thing that's been annoying me about this is that it feeds into the trans people are just trying to trick you thing. I've just been having the subtle yikes feeling, and I'm like, I don't like it when they do this. And I remember I put together all the dots in my head on why I'm like, Aren't there usually 2 people assigned to daily chores? Like, I'm trying to remember so back to okay, I was trying to figure out what that was in response to. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. So Maria Hollick, similar premise, but like I'm somewhere in between trying to defend Maria Hollick, but I think it's more just it's a slightly better premise than this one, which is it's still the you're dressing up as the other for reasons. The reason was like just to think, like, experience how it is to be the other gender so that you can, like, better, something or other. Some rich person, you know, jank, they did it both ways, where it's just two siblings swapped their enrollments, and it was, I don't want to say the fact that it's comedy rather than romance makes it better, because that might actually make it worse. But like the fact that they weren't, like, Maria wasn't hiding it very strongly. It's just they had to live among the other. And I mean that in a Maria and his sister had to each live with the other gender for, I don't remember if it was all of high school or just 1 year. And maybe because they weren't like the main, like the narrator character either, that probably makes it a little bit better. Because it's Kanako, our uber lesbian, who's just like, I went to an all-girls school and yet somehow managed to room with the only guy who attends the school. So she just has to be gay everywhere else, rather than, you know, with the one person she's living with. Maybe I need to go and revisit Maria Hollick. I think I probably don't. I scored it either 6 or 7, I think. I don't think it got past 8. But I might have to think about that one a little more. Now that I have learned more about the world. Because I watched that when I was 17 in 2014, if I remember correctly. Alright, yeah, you can do it, Toki. I'll pass on the Maria Holic to you. I'm fairly certain you don't even have to watch it. I think there's a manga you can just read. But, I mean, if you want to listen to Tomokazu Sukita, I guess you have to watch it. But, if anything, I do remember it's got banger music. Between Hanaji, Runran Riru Rarara, whatever Season 2's OP1 is called. The one that the opening lyric is Mezubuta ni naru, which is a little yikes. Like if Crispin Freeman is Maria, or I don't know who else Crispin Freeman would play. Because I don't think Crispin Freeman would be Miyamai Kanako. Oh! The priest is very much not a protagonist. I don't know if Crispin Freeman plays Father whatever the hell his name is. I mean, if you're typecast as that guy's dub voice, I'm trying to think. Does that work for anyone else? Because for me, the Tomokazu Sugita goes to Patrick Seitz. Wait, is that right? Yes. But I'm fairly certain that's only in like the one main instance. Welcome back, Zohar. We've progressed slightly. Basically, talked about why these cross-dressing school animes are a little yikes in the trans meaning. Ah, yes, Kyon is Itachi Uchiha. That makes perfect sense. Can you see if there's any other overlap between the issue with trying to find overlap between Japanese voice actors and American voice actors, or even just English voice actors, is it's done in different ways. Like, there's a lot more like groups in American dubs where like you'll get the same people all in the same thing a bunch more often. Mostly because there's, in general, just less voice actors, but also like that's if you hear anyone from the Blaze Blue cast, you'll hear the rest of the Blaze Blue cast. Where that's not nearly as much of a case in Japanese anime. That's Kirie Kotomine, right? I'm fairly certain Patrick Seitz does not play Kirie. I think the funniest thing that I know Patrick Seitz has done is when he played Agumon in one of the more recent Digimon games. Yeah, I mean, like there's ways to do it that doesn't suck. What's there? It's a manga that's exactly 100 chapters long. It's like it's about three people who are all cross-dressing for different reasons. I'm fairly certain you've read it, Toki. And like that one is a good one, cause it's like, even though like one of them's kind of like a little yikes, it's like one character's like One character's cross-dressing because they're trans. One character's cross-dressing because they like to do it. And I forget the third reason. I think it was weird family issues. It was like Jukyusai or something. It was something 3 syllables like that, wasn't it? Possibly. It had its thing. Now I think I might be mixing things in my head. I like Cassie, just kind of went on a gender bender. What's the... Oh, no. Like, the trans character was handled incredibly well in that. Like, it was just a good thing. Yeah, isn't there something with hentai in the name also? Just like Bokura no hentai, isn't that it? And I remember because they said like in one of the afterwards, like the hentai, they mean it, they know what it means in general circles, but like it specifically means exactly what they want also. I gotta look this up. It's gotta be in my yeah, Bokura no, I think Bokura no hentai is the one I'm thinking about. It should be in my either in my favorites or in my completed. Oh hey, welcome back, Darkness. I haven't been gaming too much today. I've mostly just been going off on tangents about anime. I'm currently trying real hard to remember the name of found it. Himegoto Jukyusai no Seifuku. That's the one I was going for. I was pretty close with my 3-syllable title that I was trying to get. Yeah, that is one of them that I'm looking for. I don't know if that's here. Let me look at the summary for Himegoto. Not the other Himegoto. This is the good one. Never mind. I don't want to say that as we're as we're streaming. Just reading that out. But yeah, it was good. It was that was the one that was exactly 100 chapters. All right, let's go. Let's focus back on the visual novel. Maybe for like another 5 minutes before I go off on another tangent. It's another similar cross-dressing one with a group of 3. I'm assuming I'm going to be able to make some kind of choices that let me go on a route at some point, and I'm just like... Knowing these types of games, the fact that the principal has a sprite, it makes me a little worried. At least she doesn't seem to be too much older. I really just hope the main character comes out as trans over the course of this game, but I very highly doubt it. Tiny amount of hope, because Darker Studios do make gay games. So if you just make your main character trans, it then becomes gay. Man, I guess I really just have to start playing some Lupisoft games. Oh, they were entirely forced into this. Oh, thanks for being here for as long as you could, Darkness. I appreciate any amount of time you can spend. As long as you're enjoying it. Yeah, but like, as you were saying, Zohar, just not to start talking about other related media again, but, Boku Girl, main character gets, magic, hit with the spell of transgender, and, ends up just actually wanting to be a girl over the course of everything happening, if I remember correctly. How did it end? Because the whole thing was like, it was a love triangle where main character likes this one girl, and main character also, after being trans, is crushed on by their old best friend because they become a cute girl, and then they do, you know, rom-com stuff for a while, and then the finale is choosing, like, the asking the god of trickery, hey, I want to stay like this, versus, hey, change me back, please. Yeah, we have to ask Cassie, because I know she's read it like 5 times at this point. Just, hey Cassie, in Boku Girl, what gender did main character end up as? Because if I remember correctly, they're like, all right, I want to stay as a girl and go out with my friend. But it very easily could have gone the exact opposite way, and I do not remember. Unlike the ending of Quintessential Quintuplets, where I very much remember the ending on that one. I had one choice so far, which was... No, wait, two choices. They were both entirely useless, or inconsequential ones, whereas I don't actually want to cross-dress, or fine, I guess, and I'm not wearing a bra either because I lost mine, or I just don't like wearing bras. Which prompted a few lines of content. No. Bokuben's the one. Bokuben, it has 5 different endings, which they didn't tell you about until the 3rd one. Okay, Toki, do you care about Bokuben spoilers? Because I feel like you actually wanted to watch that at some point. Because I will just talk about the ending for that, because they actually did it really interesting way. Oh, okay, I told you not to. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, but like, it's such, like, just read the endings. Like, you'll get basically everything you need to know. Like, maybe read the first 5 chapters and then skip all the way to the end. But, so the way it was set up was like, okay, so you graduate school, childhood friend confesses to you, I'm getting distracted again, but who cares, you end up going out with childhood friend, and then, like, I think it was before graduating, because then after graduation, childhood friend moves away, and then you get into the second ending, where it goes slightly, like, maybe into like chapter 4 out of the 5 ending chapters of the last one, and it's like, alright, yeah, you've been also seeing your other friend, and you've been gaming together, and then it got a little more touchy-feely than that, and I forget what happens after that, but then I think it was at the end of the second ending where it's like ending 2 out of 5, and everyone just kind of collectively heaved a sigh of relief. Then we hit the 3rd one, which was just other classmate. Ending 4, which is the senpai, and then ending 5, which I haven't read yet. I need to finish that. Oopsies. Which is the teacher. So that, and quintuplets on the other hand, main character actually chose somebody, which was, you know, foreshadowed from literally episode 1, and one absolute mad lad figured it out due to some of the stupidest, or not stupidest, apparently it was the massive brain on the author. Like, there were so many tiny little details that you could pick out, like, stuff that was, like, on just the covers of the volumes that were coming out. Wrong. Grisaya no Kajutsu is also a good harem. And Monmusu, also good harem. Maybe a little bit horny, but, like... okay, so Monmusu's, like, the only good horny harem. I haven't consumed Kaminomi, so I can't say anything about that yet. Grisaya is good. You can't argue about that. You watched it. It was traumatizing, but it was good. You forgot about what? Buddy, okay. It's... the anime is more harem-y. I mean, actually, no, the TV show actually kind of gets into it a little bit, but, like, at least in the visual novels, like, you go down one specific route for, at least the first game. But in Paradise, literally the ending is just, once again, I assume you don't care too much about it. It's gonna take you, like, 180 hours to consume all of Grisaya if you want. Yeah, that's fair. Paradise literally ends with Yuji and the other 5 just fucking off to an island and just all living on a deserted island together. And if that's not technically a harem, I just realized I forgot one of the characters who was on the island. 7 people, 1 guy and 7 others on an island. I can agree with the fact that, like, some people don't buy it as a harem, because Yuji is, like, very much not... it's weird. He's horny, but not in, like, mainstream anime horny way. Like, as you go into the later stuff, like, he does just kind of do things, but he's not, like, nosebleed, panty shot, grab a boob type horny. He's, I will adopt you as my daughter because you paid me 1,000,000 yen. And, oh god, Paco. Oh god, Paco. I don't know if you heard that last sentence there. Yes, Grisaya is alt horny. I really hope. Oh no, you heard. I've played a lot of games with a lot of plots. Some of them are funny in how outlandish they are. And I'm mostly just going on tangents about other series because I'm not vibing with this game too much. And I have, like, multiple friends who are all in here that I can talk with about my actual... my interests while I'm just like, alright, I'm just here grinding Steam cards, really. If you want a quick rundown of what's going on, main character is cross-dressing in an all-girls school because he accidentally got signed up as a female. And I kinda am not a great fan of that. So I'm just kind of skipping through the text and commenting on it as things I read come up that are of import. But if you have anything you want to talk about, either game-related or not, that's all I'm really... I'm paying more attention to chat than the game at the moment. This is theoretically like a romance game, but not much has happened so far. Probably because it's day 3 and I've just been stalling as much as possible, but... I do like visual novels. I do not like the stories of all visual novels. And, like, I'm really sad that this game has, like, a story that I'm really not vibing with, because it's one of my favorite, like, English visual novel studios, and they're using the art style, that, or, like, it's the artist that I like out of their studio. I just really don't want to be playing it. I would, like, there's another game, with the same setup, so, like, same artist, same studio, that's, like, it's basically the fantasy school, and I liked it so much better, partially because I prefer fantasy stories to school stories, but also because they just absolutely melted a dude in broad daylight, which, if it's one of the 2 clips I have, actually, on the channel. Yeah, the shoes, buddy. The shoes were all that remain. If you ever want to see one of my favorite things that happen in a visual novel, it's one of the 2 clips that I just have on my channel. And now I, as a prolific D&D player, and someone who definitely also went to school, out of those 2 things that I enjoyed in my life, I think the D&D rubbed off on me a lot. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Cassie, who you probably just pinged in Discord and is not actually here. Ah, here we go. Another choice. This one actually seems like it's vaguely relevant. I'm gonna guess running is Selena and tennis is Hoshi, so let's go with tennis. Also, something that I really enjoy about, so I'm using my Steam controller to play this, which is really funny. Like, who else plays visual novels with a controller? Especially since you have to rebind your stupid controller for, like, every game. But yeah, I've got the mouse is my right pad, and I've got the B button bound to enter, which is so I'm just, you know, pushing the B button on my controller to progress stuff and to make choices, because what is a controller for if not having me have my arms slightly higher up on my controller on my actual keyboard. Yeah, here we go. Got them tennis CGs. Man, just get better at tennis, buddy. Yeah, but I'm trying to think, because I know not every single school visual novel I play is boring, or the fact that I don't vibe with them all. But I'm thinking back once again. Kindred Spirits on the Roof. That's more about ghosts than school. Which once again I do love, just mixing regular everyday stuff with ghosts and other supernatural. Thinking back further, the only other school game I could think of that was good had management aspects to it, so that I could actually had, you know, gameplay elements. And while I am fine just like actually just reading visual novels and absorbing stories from them, that's why I also like, you know, watching anime, reading books, that kind of stuff. I do think I just prefer I prefer having a bit of agency over what's happening. And having, you know, my third choice in an hour and a half, which is probably only about half an hour of actual visual novel time, given how hard I'm tangenting today. That's just kind of a pain. And it's not even anything funny as like the Juicy Yuji choice. All right, so we got 1 point for Hoshi. Nothing else for any other characters. Probably. Maybe the other questions had flag bits. I mean, okay. To be fair, Zohar, that's just kind of visual novels for you. And I'm used to that, but I enjoy having a couple more options just show up, even if they're inconsequential, like the but like I want like not inconsequential options. I want options that will like give me at least a little bit of interesting information, like the things that I hate are in like some of the Sakura games. It's like, do you open the door or do you knock on the door? And then like open the door, you just get the open the door scene, and knock on the door, it's like, I knock on the door, there's no response, so I open the door. Those are dumb. But like, I enjoy kinetic novels too. Kinetic novels are visual novels with no choices, like absolutely no choices. The really awkward thing is like, I feel like those names should be swapped. But besides that, something that I really like about Grisaya no Kajutsu, or probably all the Grisaya games actually, is it gives you options at fairly regular intervals, and they do things. Just bringing back the Juicy Yuji one, which is one of my favorite, or at least most memorable choices in the game, is it's like, you're just joking with friends about nicknames, and it's like, alright, what nickname do you want? Yeah, it is. And? What do you want? I'm reading a story, and it's got me some pretty pictures. Basically, the only extra difference is more music. Even sometimes, because, like, you know, the Winter Wolves games, the music cuts out often. So, like, when you're choosing nicknames with your friends, you're like, alright, call me Juicy Yuji. I forget what the other two options were, but, like, it will actually set your name to Juicy Yuji for, like, a couple minutes, and then everyone's like, okay, that was really stupid, everyone just go back to your actual names. So there's 5 actual options, which are all just, or probably actually 4, where each one's just like, alright, put me on this character's route. But they give you a bunch of options in between that like make sure that you're engaged and will actually like change people's like conversations. Oh god, that's that's a chunk of words. And you can, so I would say Grisaya is closer to a kinetic novel, because it doesn't have anything fancy like either whatever that thing is over there that Toki just posted, or Katawa Shoujo, where you're actively managing other characters' affection to change what route you're on, versus Grisaya, which is just like, I want to be on this route. But that's one thing I really liked with Root Crime that I was playing last week, 2 weeks ago. So in that game, there weren't any dialogue options, but you could choose how much you trusted different characters at different points in the game, and that would affect how you would respond to different situations, and it would change like what route you were on, kind of thing. So many of which were you die. So like, just for example, the first thing they throw at you is, do you trust yourself or the firefighters more to, you know, save this lady from a fire? And if you say, I trust myself, you jump into the fire, get kind of burned, and you're like, let me think about that a little more. And just to give you kind of like a bail option there, it's like, and then you can set your trust, like, your confidence in yourself drops, and then you raise your the firefighters' trust, and they're like, okay, I'll leave this one to you. And that was cool. That was interesting. And the fact that there were 9 characters that you could have different levels of trust in at any given time means there was a fairly large amount of permutation of things that could happen. Later in the game, once you met all the characters, because I only had access to like 4 or 5 by the time I hit the 2-hour mark. All right, let's. I hope we get a karaoke CG. You can wear your. If you're going out casually, you can just wear a t-shirt and some slacks. Nice casual clothes. Oh, that's a cool t-shirt. I would wear something like that. Not a V-neck, but just some cool logo thing. Yeah, we're getting cranked at high school. Get drunk and start using ore again. It's just orange juice, buddy. Oh wait, hold up. This is definitely a misunderstanding. That's gonna be a joke. I believe you. I just don't. I do not wear V-necks. Period. Oh, which one, Toki? Both of them. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Wait, is she just actually drinking alcohol? That's funny. Oh god, it is just alcohol, huh? I can't believe we're having the alcohol episode in, like, the first week of school. Oh god, oh no. I've got the sensor bar ready. Okay. 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 Uh-oh. This is going somewhere. Okay. Was not expecting this. Okay, can I take my hand off? This was not the karaoke trip I was expecting on week 1. This current scenario sounds like it's being... Ooh, spam only... That does sound good. Hoshi is his typecast Japanese as cannot hold a drink. I'm trying to... It's always funny just watching shows and being like, ah yes, I had a sip of beer and now I'm completely plastered. And like, that's just kind of a running joke that I've seen in things. And I don't know if Can you confirm if actual Japanese are that bad at holding their liquor? It's true to life, fair enough. Okay, you know, to be fair also, you know, the name is also Japanese. Like, Hoshi is just, you know... Alright, let's get that duet. Nice. See, what I really want to do, like, a rhythm game kind of stream at some point, and just, like, marathon all the different rhythm games I have. I think that's probably a good affiliate not graduation. Like, once I hit affiliate, that'll be a good, like, I made it to affiliate, let's do something fun, and just be like, alright, 2 songs on every game, let's go. How long does that take? I'm trying, like... We should Oh, yeah, you're right. There, I think you're probably gonna win. Your horses in general, I think, are better. Mostly because I just do stupid builds that technically work, but really shouldn't. But we can try to do, like... One thing I think might be fun is just try to run, like, stupid mirrors. Like... I know the feature you're talking about, but, I mean, you can have high alcohol tolerance while, not drinking that much. Me, for example, it takes me 4+ strong zeros to be, like, drunk. Or like an entire bottle of wine. I'm not speaking from experience. I don't know why these specific measurements of alcohol come to mind, but... I'm trying to think... At my friend's JoJo watch party, I think it was 1 shot of whiskey, 1 bottle of wine, and 2 cans of beer. And that was definitely a record for how drunk I was. I mean, what if you just have a... What if your singing voice is just very deep? It might happen. I know for certain some people are good at talking and not singing, and some people just have different singing voices. Have you ever heard Octavia with a K talk? I know I haven't. I've only heard her sing. Imagine time being an issue at karaoke. Oh, definitely. We should once pandemic settled and once we have paid time off or even just any time off, let's all do an overnight karaoke somewhere. It's funny, every time I did karaoke, it was very stupid hours. I know one time it was just me and one friend, and we're like, okay, we went from like 6 to 10, and we're like, okay, so either we can leave now and try to get the last train, or we can stay all night and get the morning train. And guess what we did? We stayed up all night, caught the morning train. Also, Japanese karaoke places are just better, in my experience, than American ones so far. Like, as far as I know, it was fun, but there were definitely issues, and also the track list was definitely a lot. Like, you should see what the track list is at a Japanese karaoke place. They're absolutely massive. And like they're sorted a lot better. You can find what you're looking for. I know one time I went with like a big group of friends, and I'm like, okay, so I'm bad at singing in Japanese, especially because I'm trying to read the furigana as karaoke's happening. Yeah, that tracks. Like they do have binders, but like sometimes they have multiple binders, and sometimes it's just not everything fits in the binder. Because I'm fairly certain the binders that I went to at the karaoke, like, they didn't have any of the Vocaloid songs, but they're just like, yeah, we got a massive collection of Vocaloid songs. Nice Spy reference, if nothing else. Yeah, and as far as I know, like, the Japanese karaoke places have been getting better at being more open to outsiders. I mean that as in non-Japanese speaking people. Because I know one feature that they added since I went, or not they, But I know some karaoke places, since I have gone, added a feature where, like, this also is more helpful for Japanese people, but it'll be like English, but with they'll give you readings of how you're actually supposed to pronounce it, because you know how English is stupid and nothing is ever pronounced as it should and nothing's consistent. They're like, all right, here's how you pronounce it if you're actually speaking it in Japanese, rather than just like trying to what is it when you write the letters just in another language? Is that transliterate? But the Japanese karaoke places that I've been to also have just like large English catalogs. Yeah, no, that's why they do the thing, like they rewrite the furigana for English songs so that they're actually like pronounceable as you read them, rather than just being directly written from the letters and stuff. But as I was saying, like I went to a karaoke place with a bunch of friends, and I'm like, okay, I'll do more Japanese songs, just because everyone else is singing in Japanese, and I feel awkward just being the one person doing English. But like I would cheat, and I would do like Millie songs, which are mostly English, but is by a Japanese artist, or like I'll do German once. I like the Kill la Kill song Blumenkranz, which is German, and they're like, okay, yeah, we can't argue with that one. I think the funniest one was Ixion Saga DT's OP, because nobody was expecting the lyrics of that. Because, you know, it's just an anime song. It's a funny anime song, haha, which is it's all innuendos. And I knew going into that it was going to be funny. Okay, but what's the reason for that, Toki? Is it because you're a weeb and you don't want to be singing any songs with your friends? Or... Vocaloid songs also. I see. Just do it. Easy. Okay, they think you're a normie weeb. Is there any particular reason why you keep it that way? Because I know just from, like, speaking with my friends, they're just like, yeah, you're just kind of weirdly open about the fact that you just watch a bunch of anime and that... Oh, mortifying ordeal of being known? Fair enough. I don't really suffer from that, unfortunately. Because, like, basically, as long as I, like... If you ask me a question, I will answer it 99.9% of the time, and I only don't say 100% because I have yet to run into a question that I would not answer. Sometimes it might be, hey, I'm not going to answer this on a live stream, I'll tell you later. But, like, I am very open about myself, and if you think it's weird that I am trying to watch every single hentai in Mal's database just because I can, so be it. I thought it was funny, and I am sticking to the fact that it's funny. Unfortunately, I can't actually complete it because there are some lost films from the 1970s that I can't find because, you know, they're lost. But I'll get as many done as I can. There are some weird things that were made in the 1970s thinking about it. Meanwhile, we're just having weird studying issues. Oh, I see. We're not studying issues, but copying homework issues. And by copying homework issues, you mean you're just straight up doing the homework for other people. I don't think I was paying quite enough attention. No, you're on the right path here. The wrong path is the fact that you're actually helping people with it. Yeah. Damn, stop being so nice, girl. There we go. This is the kind of pep talk that I actually care about. Or just let her fail. Sometimes you just gotta let people fail. You can't just cover up for other people's mistakes all the time. I know I certainly don't. I might not cover up for people enough, but... No, I think... At my current work, I think I do the appropriate amount of covering up, which is not much, I don't think. I think I'm actually probably, thinking about it, I'm the help the kids a little bit too much with their homework. You just gotta take a break and talk about other things sometimes, buddy. If reading ain't doing it for you anymore, you gotta take a break, put your minds on something else. Like the fact that you still need concealer, you've got bags under your eyes. Alright, let's get dolled up. Yeah, you know, that tastes awful. That means somebody made a mistake. There should not be makeup in your mouth. That's probably something. I don't know enough about the names of makeup to just guess what it is by the fact that there's a puff of smoke. No, you shouldn't hate to say it. Are we not even gonna see it? It is this. Yeah, that's. I was joking. That's what I was thinking too. I would like to see the picture, please. Yeah. This game's just kind of been a disappointment overall, unfortunately. I mean, I could just stop if I wanted to. I don't have to keep playing. Maybe I should have seen how Selena was. Maybe she's more fun. I can explain. You're wearing makeup, chill. Ah. Let's get partying with everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. That's a good break point. Let me just save over my old save. Goodbye, save from like 2016 probably. Yeah, this is Darker Studio. I think this is Darker Studio before they were called Darker Studio, because it started up like it booted up and said like atjill.com or something in the same font as the Darker Studio thing. Let me actually just show you. Just to remind me also. No, it's not there. Well, as I'm doing this, I'll give my spiel. Thank you all for sticking. Yeah, copyright 2015. It's an older game. I know I got it in one of the. Actually, I don't remember if I got it in a Darker Studio, ajtilly.com. Yeah, but that is the Darker Studio font. Oh, it didn't show up for you guys. Rip. Let me see if I can even still ajtilly.com. uBlock has prevented you from. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Yeah, no, they. Let's see. Yeah, succeeded by Darker Studio. Something just happened there. Yeah, so this was probably one of their first games. Or definitely on the earlier end. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. You made it a lot less insufferable by giving me literally anything else to talk about. So I thank you for that. I'm sad that that one of my top studios with one of my favorite artists from them put out something that I just cannot endorse. It happens sometimes. But if you enjoy me at least vaguely attempting to play visual novels or trying them out, I stream visual novels every Friday, midnight to 2 a.m. EST. I also play Tales of Berseria and then some other random non-heavily story-based game on Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. EST. And I ramble just about as much over there, but it's a little bit easier to keep playing most other games while rambling than something that's entirely about reading. So yeah, I get a lot of stuff done, I swear. If I actually enjoy the game, I progress through it at a pretty decent clip, I swear. You should have seen me the last 2 weeks. But yeah, that's going to be it for the stream tonight. Once again, thank you all for sticking around. I had a good time because all you guys were here. I hope you all had as much fun as I did. Maybe not with the game itself, but talking about things related to the game or completely unrelated to the game. It was a fun day. It was a fun day. I had fun. Thank you all. Goodbye. Actually, hold on. Let me try something. Okay. Let me. I'm going to try the raid function because it messed up last time. So you guys don't have to stick around too much. I made a stupid mistake 2 hours ago that I just realized. But let me see how the raid function works. You don't have to stick around. I think only my friends are people still online, but it's probably pretty nice if I just kind of oh, here. Okay, this looks good. Let's see. Okay, I have found a target to raid. I am in my thingy. So I think it's just /raid channel name, which is Mercy. Enter. Alright, let's see. Looks like it's working. Okay, this is going so much better than it did last time. Yep, see you guys. This should just work and send you over to that guy. We'll see. 3 viewers are ready, so let's just push that button. So, once again, goodbye now that this is actually working.